I learned a lot about you I didn't know before. Fighting, wow.
Fighting.
We have too much of that. The thing is, we live together. We're 24/7 together, so we don't have that much to talk. I had no idea what was going on, so Eva was just walking there ahead of me.
No, with that face.
With that face, exactly with that face. Eva revealed her real face.
The true colors.
Yeah, the true colors.
And the true smells.
Mm-hmm.
He will like rewind his behavior and everything
No.
that happened. So
I did not rewind my behavior, no.
So he will know what exactly he didn't do,
Yeah.
and I got pissed.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Juntos in Berlin. My name is Johannes.
I'm Eva. We are
Juntos in Berlin.
Okay, if this is the first time that you're visiting our channel, please consider subscribe.
Hit the button, guys. Don't forget that.
Our channel is about international relationships, life in Germany, specifically Berlin, and our passions, traveling, decoration, and so on. So,
You love decoration.
yes, so don't forget to subscribe. Okay, in today's video, we are going to speak about one of our favorite topics, the challenges of being in an international relationship.
And there are many. There are many challenges. It's gonna be war. It's gonna be a battlefield. No, I'm kidding.
So, it's true, it's not easy at the beginning, but trust me, it's going to get better.
It's gonna pay off, for sure.
So we are together for almost 6 years, so we have a lot of things to say. Might not be easy at the very beginning.
No.
Trust me, it's not.
It can be really tricky in the beginning, really challenging.
Yes, but trust me, it's gonna get better.
I hope.
It's better.
Let's hope, yeah. No, it is. It's already way better.
Okay, in our case, I think the first months were the most challenging ones, and this is why we divided this video in 3 different sections that you might be in at the moment. First, while dating, of course, that it is easy, super the best, the mood, everything is good.
The honeymoon phase.
More or less, yes, the honeymoon phase, and then it comes the relationship. So you start facing different aspects of each other.
I learned a lot about you I didn't know before.
Same here. and then the next stage of that is living together. And trust me, this is when many things get unmasked.
Yeah, a lot of things got unmasked. Eva revealed her real face.
The true colors.
Yeah, the true colors.
And the true smells.
The true smells.
All right, so let's begin.
Yeah, let's start.
The first challenge when dating, this is a phase dating, so it's flirting. So of course, to be dating someone, you first need to start with a flirt, right? And as we mentioned before in the previous videos, German guys or German girls are not so like the Latins. It's not like they will come and approach you and talk to you or bring you a drink or invite you to dance.
No, it's true. Germans in general, I would say, they are rather introverted, or let's say they need clearer signs for communications. And it wouldn't be normal when you're in a bar or in a club that a German guy would approach you right away or easily. So
it needs a bit of elements.
We need signs. So
correct. And then the second point, so Johannes also prepared his list. I would like to sneak peek. What is it? Okay.
What is this? Okay. So first, no mind readers. No, we are no mind readers. That's true.
One thing is being a man versus a woman. You know, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and all these things that we learn. But on top of this, there is a cultural component. He is a German guy or a German girl. So I think there is an example. There was one time, I think it was our first trip together, right?
Yeah, to Prague.
I think it was Budapest.
True, it was Budapest. And I remember Eva wasn't talking to me the half day. And I didn't
couple
know,
of hours.
And I didn't know what was going on. So it was just walking ahead of me. We were wandering around in Budapest and she was just walking there. And I was like...
I was not just walking.
And I was, hey Eva, shall we go to this cafe?
Making that face.
It's true. So she just ignored me the half day. And I didn't know what was going on at all. So,
He's overreacting.
and I hated it. I didn't like it.
Oh, what the hell? You are really disappointed. Okay, so let me speak the truth because he's overreacting as usual. So what happened is I got pissed by something he did. Actually, he didn't do. I got pissed by something he didn't do.
Okay.
And I was pissed, and I thought in my mind, in my woman mind, that Johannes will know and he will like rewind his behavior and everything that happened. So
I did not rewind my behavior. No.
So he will know what exactly he didn't do, and I got pissed.
And I might have thought about it, like, hey, what could I have potentially done?
Potentially.
I had no clue, so I had no idea what was going on. So if it was just walking there ahead of me,
no, with that face.
With that face, exactly with that face. So yeah, and I think it would have been better when you would have communicated it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. I mean, some years passed by, and I understood like it wasn't right because how could he know? So I think after a few hours, I told him, hey, how come you didn't realize this?
Yeah.
And then he was like, first news for him. He's like, okay, good that you tell me. So
exactly.
we resolved it and everything was fine. And this exactly takes me to the next challenge, which I will say it for God's sake.
Say it.
So what does this mean? It's like, do not be afraid of speaking up when you have an issue, because trust me, German guys, I believe also the German girls, they appreciate a lot your honesty and that you come straight forward with the problem.
Absolutely, we do. Don't be afraid, like Eva had mentioned. Speak up, be a clear and direct communicator. It will really resolve so many issues. It will make your life and your partner's life so much easier. Especially we German men, we need clear communication.
Yeah.
They
need a clear ABC of what. Also, do not be afraid of address. What do you expect? What this is going? Where this is going? And also, for instance, we Latin people. Men and women were used to speak with sugarcoating some of the things we do.
With like flour.
Exactly. Not saying, for instance, if they invite you to plan or something and you know that you are not going to, so you said, oh, I have this one, I will do my best, I will try to. German guys will tell you right away, I cannot make it, or sorry, or I will be late. They will not give you this thing, so do not be afraid of just being straightforward with what you feel.
Speak up, be a clear, direct communicator, and it's really gonna help.
Okay, and then the next point that we have, actually Johannes loves this topic, is paying on dates.
Paying.
So do the German guys pay for the first, second, third, all dates?
Well, I would say generally, German guys would pay on the first date. Most of the time.
Usually.
I've never heard of a case where a German guy did not pay on the first date.
Trust me, I heard some.
You told me some cases.
Yeah, it didn't happen to me, but especially in social media, you can find many experiences of many girls that the guy is asking to split the bill even on the first date. So that's a big...
Yeah, that's not the normal case I would say. So in 95% the guy will pay the first date. And then he might also pay the second date. Maybe, but rather unlikely, the third date. But from my experience and from my friend's experience, the guy pays the first date, and then the girl would say the next date, hey, you paid the last time, let me invite you now. This is how I have experienced it all the time. And my friends as well. So yeah, I guess it has to do with emancipation, right?
Yeah, the girls are very independent here.
Women want to be really independent
and treated equally.
And we also have this eagerness for equal pay. I would say there is not a huge pay gap in Germany
between women and men.
You can actually pay for the man as a woman. Why not?
Yeah, imagine that in Latin America. It might happen, but it's not so common. But luckily, not luckily, I mean, in my case, most of the guys I was dating before meeting Johannes, they paid almost every time because I was also a student, do not forget that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it depends, of course, on the situation. When the girl is a student and the man has a good job, is well paid, and obviously he will pay the dinners.
Yeah, they were paying most of the time. But I also heard that sometimes not paying on the first date is an indication, right?
Yeah, so I never heard about it, but you have told me about it. When a man wouldn't pay the first date and he would ask to divide it 50-50, then it might be, or I'm pretty sure it's an indication that the guy doesn't want to see you again.
Yeah, so if that happens, run away and just try to make him pay.
Hide on the toilet.
Till he stay.
Hey, the bill, please. Sorry, I have to go to the toilet now.
Okay, and the last point in the dating stage is do not have expectations. I heard
always start low.
and then upgrade it. No, actually,
Step by step.
it doesn't mean like you should start dating just whatever thing you find in the street. No, I don't mean that. I mean like do not expect to have a Latina girl or a Latin guy embodied in a German looking or foreigner looking like person, because we are from different cultures. We grew up with different things, with different beliefs. So do not expect that your German boyfriend or your German date behaves like a typical Latin guy that, for instance, will bring you home, will pick you up from home, will pay for you on the dates, will open the door of the car. These are
It's not like we don't open the door
Yeah.
when you enter a building or for the car. But just, of course, there are differences.
Yes.
There are differences in every culture and the behavior.
Yeah.
It's normal.
I have a story, for instance, once at university, I was carrying my laptop and the books. I was like this, and I was with two German guys and a Polish guy. And the two German guys were just walking next to me talking because we were talking when I was with my stuff. And then there was a crystal door. And then I was like, oh fuck, with what hands I'm supposed to open this door? And then the Polish guy ran, like he really rushed to me, and he opened the door and he helped me carry my stuff. And then he said, oh my god, I cannot believe the guys are not so gentle. And then I told this to one of the guys, say, but you are an independent woman, you didn't ask for help. That's what he told me, and that was his excuse. You didn't ask for help, so I didn't do it.
I wouldn't say that is a normal case.
Yeah, maybe they were not. They were not such a okay, let's believe that.
Maybe these people were not that gentle. You shouldn't,
we were
you shouldn't
friends.
generalize.
Yeah, okay, we were friends. All right, that is true. Okay, if you pass this phase, now you might be in a relationship. Congratulations.
Welcome! Woo!
All right. So the first thing in a relationship, one of the first, like we said, a constant challenge is the communication, right?
The communication, yeah. Communication is key.
So in a relationship, you also have to, as we said, you both speak probably different languages, and you have a bridge language. So you have to express right away what do you feel, what do you expect, what the problem is, and not going to bed, or not just spending the whole day being peace with each other.
Yeah, that's true. And especially with the language, it's important that, for me at least it was important that I learned Spanish. So when I started to date Eva, I wanted to take the chance and learn Spanish already. Aww. Why not? I mean, I always love to learn languages, and I guess you're also trying to improve your German constantly. Still, our prevailing language is English, because we have met in English. Yeah. But we also speak a lot in German, we also speak a lot in Spanish. We watch together German movies, we watch together Latin and Spanish movies, and we always try to improve our language skills. I think it's important because sometimes I cannot really express myself in English like I would like to do in German. And it's the same for Eva. So I know how Eva curses, like in Spanish. and,
Don't say that.
and Eva knows how I curse in German.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. we might say that in a different video, not on this one.
It's a different video.
And
A censored video.
Okay, and the next point, I think this is crucial in a relationship, especially, is how do you know you are in a relationship?
Yeah, how do you know? Are we in a relationship?
Of course, after almost,
We only live together.
What the heck? You tell me this after almost 6 years. All right. So one of the usual things that I hear from many Latin friends is, when do I know I am in a relationship? I mean, in our case, there was a good indication because we were spending most of our time together, making plans for the weekend, saying, let's go for dinner. So, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I remember that I gave some hints to Johannes, like, hey, in my culture, in my country, usually guys ask you. And I remember that one night that we were together, he asked me. And from that time on, I started counting that from that day on, we were on a relationship. So. Right. I think
I asked something like, are we exclusive now? What do we have? Are we official?
No, I think you clearly asked me, do you want to be my girlfriend? Because I told you that this is the question that usually guys do. He did it a bit with laughs, like laughing, because for him it's not usual. I think most of guys in Europe don't ask.
No.
In Germans, no.
I'm not aware of a case where a man would ask.
He found it actually funny that guys in Latin America, they ask.
Yeah, like so official, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend?
Yeah. So he did it laughing.
Yeah, the normal case would be the man is asking like, hey, are we exclusive? What are we? Where are we going to? Are we official?
Yeah.
And so more like indirect. I mean, it comes also with spending time together. Like if I said we spent so much time together, we made plans together, it kind of felt exclusive. So it felt normal to ask if this is official.
Yeah.
It felt right.
But you better ask, so you be sure that you are in a relationship.
I would also recommend to ask. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Going back to communication is key. Better be direct and ask.
Correct. And then if you pass all these challenges, then welcome. You might be living together, which is the last stage that we want to talk about. So in this stage, there is one that I will call rabbit habits. What does it mean? That we've been living alone before living together. So we had our own habits, way of doing things. And for instance, Johannes, something that I hate from Johannes is that he always opened the window.
Yeah.
In the morning.
I love fresh air. Today in the morning, after I stood up, what I did right away was opening the window. And I would always do it.
Even in winter.
Even in winter when it's freezing outside, when it's snowing outside. I love fresh air.
Okay. And
it's good for the flat. It's good for your head.
It's good for everything. If you feel sick, open the window. Then you will get cured.
It makes you tough.
Okay, it's not like I don't like fresh air. I like it, but it's like I'm still in bed. It's cozy.
Sometimes I feel like you like bad air, smelly air.
Nah.
That's what you prefer, no?
No, I just like to be cozy and warm, especially in winter. Come on, it's like minus 10 degrees and you open the fucking window.
Of course.
It's like you are walking in, I don't know, in Alaska or something like that.
Alaska, no.
All right. Okay, so this is one of the things that you need to get used to. And then the second thing of our relationship is that you have 24/7 of each other. Not so fun, huh?
That's the boring part. I'm kidding. I love to spend every minute.
Okay, so one of the usual things that fights that I didn't have with Johannes, for instance, most of my friends, they always had this fight with the partners in the beginning because of the peeing issue. So guys in Latin America, most of them, I believe, they are standing when peeing, and of course this fight like with the WC, like put it up, put it down, clean it. But with Johannes, we never had that issue.
Yeah.
Because
Actually, I sit when peeing, and I guess that's normal.
that's normal in Germany.
Most of my friends, I suppose, my brothers, I guess they would
Yeah.
sit while peeing.
Guys in
It's
Germany.
kind of normal.
Is it?
That's how we learn it. Yeah.
Don't be ashamed.
We know it's just cleaner.
Actually, I hope that most of guys or baby boys will start learning this way because it's so clean. I was
Yeah,
like,
of course it's
how
clean.
I didn't think about it. I mean, it resolves so many issues.
Yeah.
And then other
You were
things.
enlightened.
Of course, I mean, I knew it before. I have seen other guys being, but it's like
I've seen other guys peeing also. Tell us more about it.
no. I mean, I knew it also, and also my friends at the master they also told me.
They
so-
also were all standing and peeing.
Yeah, because one of them lived in one country in South America, so for him was really like, guys, don't sit here. He was surprised. So the other way around. Anyway, so the next challenge is so when we are speaking like you have 24/7 of each other, is that it's not necessarily everything is gonna match. For instance, the eating time. What do you like eating for breakfast? What do you like eating for dinner?
Yeah, eating times are very different.
Yeah. So I would say that you eat very early, but it was not an issue for us because I also like eating early, but usually back in my country is different. People eat a bit more late. And also that we have something that we call sobremesa, which means that you speak, after you finish your meal, and then you speak.
And then you sit together, you have drinks together.
Exactly.
That-
No, don't drink, just talking.
Just
you know?
talking, sitting together,
Yeah.
maybe a drink, maybe a glass of wine. Of course, we also have that, but the thing is, we live together. We're 24/7 together, so we don't have that much to talk. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Of course, we have a lot to talk.
Of course, I always have a lot
Today,
to
after
say.
dinner, we sit there 1
We
hour.
do sobremesa.
We do sobremesa. And you talk.
It's not that we don't talk. We talk, but it's very brief. You know, like
very
we feel.
brief. Hey, how was the day? Good. Okay. Cool.
No, it's not like, like we finish the meal, and then Johannes is like, so okay, let's cleanse. And he's like, hey, let's do sobremesa. So I start to talk about the day at work and things, and then
Exactly.
I don't know, some politics, some different topics, and then but it's a very short sobremesa, and then we are just spending time together. But it's like he is this kind of person who likes to get things done, so like cleaning after eating. But I mean, I like my sobremesa. I like to sit, like you know.
I like to stand up right away and
Wait a
get
bit.
things done and clean.
Yeah, and also when we have guests coming over, also Johannes is one of the first to picking up the empty dishes.
Yeah, I am also a person, I hate to see dirty dishes, whether in the kitchen, in the living room. I can't stand it. But I have to stand up and put it right away in the dishwasher.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Okay, so we spoke about most of the challenges that we face. As I said,
And there's so much more to tell.
Okay, so as I said, in the very beginning might not be so easy because you have some barriers like communication, language, habits, your cultural fresh maybe habits or way of thinking. But with time, trust me, it gets way better. At this point or at this stage of our relationship, we have barely fights. It's most just some discussions. Actually, there is one more point. Fighting.
Wow.
Fighting.
We have too much of that.
No,
we don't.
We don't. We barely fight. And
Mostly when we fight, it's about household stuff.
yes, like, oh, you forgot to do this. Oh, I forgot. Oh, why you didn't do this? These kind of things, for instance. And that also is tied to the communication one, because it's when you get pissed, the first thing that you think about is in your own language. So when I get pissed with Johannes because he forgot to do something, like, I don't know, taking the rubbish or closing the cabinet, I speak it. I say it in my language, like, ay, carajo.
And I do so in German.
Words. Yeah, exactly. So, and then I'm pissed like for a few minutes, speaking just to myself in my own language.
And then 5 minutes later, it's all good.
Yes, exactly. And the same for him. So when he gets busy, what do you say when you get busy?
Oh, Mann, was hast du wieder gemacht?
Oh, man. This kind of thing. And yeah, but it's like as he said, 5 minutes just being peace, and then all good.
And then all good. Let us know if you want to learn more about us, about international relationships. Don't forget to follow us. Don't forget to hit the like button. And I hope we see you again. Ciao.
Bye.